Soluminati's valid reason for not streaming. Video by A Bando. So, bro has been gone for a minute. You know, he took a little break. Now he's back. Let's see why he says that he's not streaming or whatever. Or why you shouldn't stream. I don't know. Let's see.
So after returning back to the internet after taking an extended hiatus and promising his fans that he would finally be more consistent, Soluminati would unsurprisingly randomly vanish from the internet once again. And this left many fans wondering, where did he go and why did he leave? Well, for those of you who were concerned, it seems like we finally have an answer to all of these questions, because Soluminati finally returned back to YouTube with a 35-minute rant titled The Truth. So let's break this video down and find out why he left to begin with and where he's been the past 2 months.
Bro, Soluminati's always so cryptic, bro. If you know, you know. But he's always so cryptic. Like, I don't... Bro be like speaking like he's unlocking the keys to the universe sometimes. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm not just paying enough attention. You feel me? But
before we get into all of that, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Tribe House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with that being said, let's get into Soluminati's unsurprising return. Okay, so to start, as we all know by now, Soluminati, the popular creator who blew up through the use of 2K and especially his reactions, has grown to be one of the most influential creators to ever touch the platform. But he's had one main problem throughout his career, which was his inconsistency. So has left the internet and came back multiple times throughout the course of his career for various reasons, whether this was because of spiritual journeys or much more serious life events. Every time So left the internet, it was completely random, with no warning at all, leaving fans in nothing but suspense about where he's gone. Then usually he would make some sort of return weeks or even months after the disappearance, explaining to...
We need So in a hooping... We need him at a hooping event. You feel me? We need to see bro hoop against some of these other guys. You feel me? Because bro really be hooping for real. You feel me? So I want to see him hoop against like Duke, Mark, all them guys. Like I want to see. I want to see. You know how he would do against them. To be honest, like, cause bro be hooping for real. Bro, I'm trying to get back in my hooping bag, bro. You feel me? I might show y'all some stuff or whatever. Like if I decide to start hooping again. So, yeah, because I want to get back in my bag for real. My hooping bag. But, yeah.
The world why he left, and he followed that up with some type of promise to his fans about trying to consistently come back, which would result in him making a few videos about trending topics going on the internet right now, which usually did pretty well. And then before we know it, he disappeared yet again. But with his recent return, I think we all thought this would go a bit differently, because on May 1st, 2025, he sparked a random Twitch stream in which he promised 30 days worth of daily streams. He even had like this whole supersized calendar with a full planned out schedule and everything. But after running into some early problems with Twitch, he would end up getting banned just after his third stream.
I'm really just trying to go crazy. They made me take a test. I had to take a test. It was like 20 questions on there. It was like a hateful something test. And they said if I passed the test, then they'd unban my account. I passed that.
That's crazy. Bro, I had to take a test for it. He ain't know, bro. He ain't know what he was saying.
I got everyone right. Like, it's simple. And everything they had on there, I didn't do. I didn't send no hate to nobody, bro. I was just talking. But I'm here to spread love. I know Twitch staff, a lot of people might be in here. I ain't on here. I'm here.
I was back when he got banned. I don't think it wasn't because he was sending hate. It was the language and the verbiage he was using. You feel me? On speaking on certain communities, he didn't use the right terms and the right vocabulary or whatever. So that was the reason. But yeah,
spread love, positivity. I just want to have fun with my. Honestly, I just want to react to some, just play video games like every other normal person that be.
And it seemed like this made his whole plans to return really take a hit, because after this, he was really all over the place. His 30 days worth of streams turned into 30 days worth of streams here, YouTube videos there, or even sometimes we get a random TikTok. But even though So did keep his original promise of doing the 30 days worth of daily streams, he still managed to hit new heights of his career, seeing his insane amount of success, and even quickly started becoming one of the biggest streamers on all of Twitch. But once again, almost all of this momentum ended up being cut very short after getting into a 2-day beef with another creator who was hated by basically the entire internet at the time, and she went by the name of Zoe Spencer. And actually, as I'm recording this, I just realized that I haven't heard much about her since this beef she had with So.
Me neither. I haven't heard anything about her, but I wonder where she is.
That whole little streamer university thing.
I knew Zoe from TikTok. That's why I first seeing her videos back when she used to make videos with what's his name, Zeddy or whatever. So I don't really view her through the same light that most people do, like through the streaming stuff, like all her collabs with Kai and stuff like that. I don't really look at all that. Like, that's not what I kind of know her for doing her own thing, if that makes sense. So I am curious to see where she's at.
You know what Zoe's been up to, leave it in the comments down below. But anyways, this small beef would end up getting so banned once again on Twitch, and it seemed like this is where his relationship with Twitch seriously started coming to an end. Because you see, he felt like Twitch seriously had it out for him after he had got randomly banned with no reason. And once he made a video talking about this random ban and how he felt targeted, Twitch would end up almost instantly unbanning him and ruling this an accidental ban.
I dropped a video telling y'all Kick was good. Bro, 30 minutes later, they unbanned me and told me, I'm sorry, it was an error. Imagine having your biggest moment, all the love, almost 100,000 viewers, and the next day you get banned for no reason. It kills your momentum. They fucked up y'all fucked up my schedule. Like, bro, it kills your momentum. It kills you spiritually.
So this is where he became extremely inconsistent with everything. He would do a few streams on YouTube and post a few videos telling fans that the reason why he wasn't streaming on Twitch was because he feared that he would actually get banned for no reason, which he feared would make him lose all leverage in any ongoing talks he had with other platforms about potentially signing over with them.
Fast forward to Monday, which was my most recent stream. They did a new terms of service, making sure you don't promote or say anything about other streaming platforms, especially if you're somebody who do multi-stream and you stream on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok and Twitch at the same time. They made sure you can't speak on those. You can't send people to other platforms.
And bro just spoke on all of them. I don't know if that was a stream. Maybe that was a YouTube video or whatever, but it's kind of crazy how bro mentioned all of them and he said he wasn't supposed to.
You know they did that because of me. Do y'all know this? Bro, do y'all know I don't supposed to be live at all until June 1st. I never supposed to go live because if I get banned, by me getting banned, I lose leverage with deals. But I promised y'all that sleep stream is happening. Simple. For like 24 hours.
Now, when the month of June came, he did announce that he was staying on Twitch due to talks with other platforms not going as well as he'd hoped. But none of this really ended up mattering anyway, because after about 2 weeks, SOLLUMINATI did what everyone knew he would eventually do, vanish yet again into the sunset, never to be seen again from the internet, for about 2 weeks that is, because he did come back, posted a video titled Say Goodbye, and in this video, he basically just talked about how he took a little break from streaming to only learn how to set up his IRL streaming content, and after reaching out to some people, getting the help he needed, he was ready to come back. He even had like a whole schedule talking about what he was going to do for the month of June, and that would lead to him announcing to his fans that he was going to be back streaming the very next day.
IRL's on the way. I hope y'all ready. Nigga, we gonna hit the gun range, all type of shit. But anyway, we gonna take shit light. I'm trying to figure this shit out, y'all. And when I do figure it out, we gonna return. It could be tomorrow, it could be the next day. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible, but I will be returning this week for sure with IRLs.
But unfortunately, after posting that video, SOLLUMINATI didn't go live at all. In fact, he vanished for even longer. He left for about 2 months this time, leaving fans to once again question what happened and where did he go. And
basically, if bro said he's going to be there, he's not. He's not. He's just. That's crazy, bro. Bro's hilarious.
Is if you're a longtime fan, you kind of predicted that was going to happen at this point. It's like routine. But of course, it is the internet where everyone has an opinion. So this led to a lot of think pieces being put out around Soul's name. There's a lot of people that came to the conclusion of like, oh, Soul's just going broke. He comes back, runs up a few $1,000s, and then disappears again for a few months, which could be true. I'm not saying that it's not true or whatever the case may be. But there's also people who gives him the benefit of the doubt and don't really care as long as he comes back with good content like he always does. I personally think he just lost the passion that he had for content creation, but that's a whole different story. It was definitely a lot of think pieces and questions going around over the past 2 months, and this led to SOLLUMINATI putting all these talks to rest himself just a few days ago once he made his official return from his 2-month hiatus. He posted a video titled The Truth, and in this video he would once again explain to his fans why he vanished. And to start, he claimed that when he originally left, he was gearing up to do these IRL streams. He was learning how to do everything, even running test streams, which he did have proof of.
I know y'all ain't heard my voice in a minute. Let me get straight to the point. So, let me get straight to the point because I'm about to rant to y'all a little bit. So, I've been doing a lot of test streams since I've been gone, bro. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of test streams.
But unfortunately, during that time, he came to the realization that doing IRL streams just isn't for everyone. You see, nowadays, these IRL streamers are going to the absolute max with their content. And we're from being people just walking around.
IRL streams have taken off. Like, you feel me? Like, the crazy stuff you gotta be able to do in IRL streams, it's gone to a whole nother level. and most people just aren't able to compete with the guys at the top. And people want to see the best. Like why they want to see you just being outside when they can see Kai Cenat, you know, in Africa with Kevin Hart. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So yeah, IRL streams, you feel me? It is a lot that comes with it. Yeah, you know, it's just facts. So, but I be trying to do them too when I do stuff. But also, I don't know. I don't know how it is for the average person, but me, I'm not a person that gets up and does things every day as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I work, school, all those things. So, you know, I'm not doing things throughout the day every day that are interesting. You know what I'm saying? To do IRL streams. And I think that's the problem. Maybe I want to say that's something that other people like smaller streamers deal with as well, but I don't know. But yeah, so stuff like that could definitely put a barrier up to getting into IRL streaming and stuff like that. I would think.
Around with a camera doing vlog style content to now being literally reality TV shows with massive production and even people throwing crazy events which require a lot of money, time, and effort to even put together. I mean, I've recently seen a clip of DDG talking about how he had to sell one of his watches just to be able to afford his upcoming love show.
This is something that I'm spending a lot of money. Like I'm contemplating selling a watch in order to invest in this. Like this is the most expensive shit I ever paid for. I'm spending a house on what I'm doing. You feel me?
That's
now,
crazy.
even with IRL streaming becoming this big, expensive thing to do, that's really just the tip of the iceberg because there's even more underlying problems that comes with IRL streaming. With the number one thing being safety issues. I mean, we all know that SOLLUMINATI is a person that doesn't really go out much. He stays to himself.
Right.
He really doesn't like people much at all. He says it time and time again. In fact, he even said that he doesn't even want to hire security because he doesn't trust anyone would take a bullet for him for any amount of money he's paying them.
I travel alone. I don't have no security. I don't think it's no man on this planet that's gonna take a bullet for me for $1,000. With higher security, a couple bands for a few hours, he gonna die for me for a couple bands? Man, hell no.
Which isn't necessarily a bad logic to have. I mean, I kind of agree because at the end of the day, these security guards have.
Yeah, bro. If I were to ever have security, this guy would not be it. You feel me? I don't even trust him just off the way he's looking right now. Just off of his eyes alone, I don't even trust dude. If I get security, he has to be a big, bulky type dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, big, you feel me, buff dude or whatever, you feel me? That's only, you feel me? But I do get what he's saying. Like, you know, like, these guys are putting all, and that's something I've always thought about. Like, dang, like, I guess that's what comes with the job. People really be, like, out here risking their lives and stuff. But, you know, it is necessary to an extent. But I agree with him. Like, how much is somebody really about to put themselves on the line for you? You know what I'm saying? Even when guys like when rappers like they have their homeboys and stuff be security for them, it's like, I don't know. Would your homeboy take a bullet for you? Taking a bullet for somebody is a lot. You feel me? Because that could be your life. You feel me? That's a big deal. So don't, you know. People are like, yeah, my homeboy would take a bullet for me. That's a big deal. That's a lot you asking though. I always expect people to look out for themselves at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I feel like that's what we do as humans. You always gonna make sure that you are straight before anybody else. That's just natural. So I wouldn't expect nobody to put themselves in harm's way for me, personally. But I don't know. But this guy would never be my security. I could say that for a fact. Obviously, I don't think he's a real person. Real security guard. He might not be a real person. This could be AI. But I'm just saying, you know those like security officers at the bank and stuff like that, at the store. Like those guys do not look like they protecting nobody. No. If I had security, they have to be, you feel me? Also Shaq. You feel me? Shout out Shaq. You feel me? But yeah, that's how they have to be.
Families and things like that they have to make it back to as well. So you can't just expect them to be willing to literally take a bullet for you just because you're paying them.
Where's this guy's gun? Where's his gun? No, bro. See, this is what I'm saying.
Much money, but it still can add a layer of safety and protection just knowing that this person is here to protect you and he's also licensed to do such. So yeah, I definitely would advise someone like SOLLUMINATI to get some.
Nah, that guy looked too nice for me. He look too nice. He don't look like he have that killer instinct. You know what I'm saying?
Security, because a person of his stature definitely needs it if they plan on going outside. In fact, So would experience this firsthand when he tried doing some test streams at his local mall with just him and his girlfriend, no security, and apparently he ran into a situation that made him very uncomfortable with some overly eager fans.
Like, bro, I'm the type of don't follow me. Cause now you put me, I don't want everybody to know I'm here, bro. They straight clip farming and just trying to find out where you live at. They following you. I don't like that shit, man. Take the pic, keep it pushing. Took pics for like 6.
Nah, but I get what he's saying. You feel me? And not everybody will understand it. I'm exactly like this. You feel me? I'm exactly like this. The reason why, maybe if you guys have watched my streams, the reason why you guys don't see me like that is because, you know, I'm not on SOLLUMINATI's level yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly how I am as well. You feel me? So I'm just as cautious. You know what I'm saying? So I complete, like, you know, if you guys, you have to have grown up a certain type of way to really understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you don't play with your safety. Like, it's certain stuff you just don't play about. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how quickly things can go south. You know.
Now I'm getting followed.
Now, I do think this is just a case of SOLLUMINATI not realizing how big of an influencer he actually is. Like, in his mind, he's so, like, disconnected from the internet and things like that. He probably doesn't even realize that, like, he's being seen by millions of people on the internet literally almost every day. And even with that, he's a super noticeable person. I mean, he's 6'6", bald, walking around the mall with a camera. Like, at that point, it would be hard not to recognize him. But he did mention that this situation ended up getting worse and worse as the fans began following him and his girlfriend, even followed him after they got in the car and drove away. But luckily, this wasn't like a violent or hostile situation. It was actually just some supporters showing love, which is great because with him not having security, I mean, it's very easy to just end up in a bad situation, even if you're doing something as simple as going to the mall to get some Jordans. Because I'm sure we've all came across some story or clip or article online where we see these streamers getting into very bad situations. And speaking of bad situations, SOLLUMINATI would conclude his video with just telling people to stay away from doing IRL streams, claiming that it's not sustainable and that it's hard to keep up with the top streamers that's doing it because he thinks it's impossible to compete with the level of content that they're creating. He claimed that that was one of the main contributors as to why he stopped streaming, because he got motivated to do IRL streams, but once he compared himself to the other content creators, he quickly got demotivated, thinking that no one would watch him because he has a boring life. He just wanted to do IRL streams of him going to the gym, playing some basketball, and maybe shopping for some wine, while these other streamers are doing love shows, having streamer universities and streamer proms. Obviously, I think anyone would get demotivated by comparing their content to that, but I'm here to say that I 100% believe people will watch So just do a regular simple IRL stream just because
They would.
how entertaining he is as a creator. But I do agree with him on the fact that, like, a lot of upcoming and new streamers probably shouldn't be spamming IRL streams. I mean, of course it's okay to do them here and there, but I don't think you should try to make that your claim to fame, because at the end of the day, it isn't really sustainable with all of these big streamers doing all of these crazy streams. Like, if you're a small creator, I think it would be very easy to get lost in the sauce, or even if you do have some early success, you may get lost in trying to, like, clip farm and things like that, which is only going to make you end up in very bad situations. I mean, we even see this happen all the time with larger creators as well. For example, I know you guys remember the crazy IRL streaming run that FouseyTube had back in 2023. He literally took over the entire summer with his never-ending IRL streams, but this unfortunately
Fousey was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. Fousey was hilarious. He was. Where is Fousey? He probably done changed his personality again. Probably done changed his weight.
with him swatting himself and going to a mental institution for a few months, which basically completely killed his streaming career. Or even Vitaly, he's another person that comes to mind when I think of people who had like a lot of success with IRL streams. He was going crazy with the whole predator catching streams, things like that over on Kick. And his run ended up coming to an end just a few months ago back in April when he got arrested in the Philippines, where he's still being held currently. And I hear he's facing some
Why is bro arrested? I don't even know him, but why is he arrested?
serious jail time. So yeah, man, my advice to any upcoming streamers is that y'all don't have to do like IRL streams. Even if that seems like the quote unquote meta that everyone else is doing right now, that's probably even more reason to not want to do them. In general, I think you should just do whatever it is you enjoy doing. I mean, if you want to do IRL streams, then go at it. But just remember, like, in a world full of IRL streamers and content creators that we have now, most of these influencers all started at their computer at a desktop setup. Whether it was gaming content like we've seen Aiden Ross do, Ninja, Jinxie, Queso, the list goes on and on. Or maybe it was sitting at a desktop reacting to content and things like that, like we've seen creators like Platboy Max and others do as well. The best thing I can say is never compare yourself to anyone else. Comparison is the thief of joy. And just be.
Nah, facts. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Just focus on you. Try and be the best version of you. You feel me? So, yeah, that's his reason for not streaming. You feel me? Seems pretty valid to me. But I think he could make some adjustments and, you know, it probably would be successful for him. So, but ultimately, time will tell. I don't actually think he will because, you know, so, you feel me? You never really know what bro is planning. You know, you don't. You just don't. So, but yeah, but let me know what y'all thought about this video. Shout out to Abe Bendo. Check out his channel if you want to see more of his content. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like this video, you feel me? Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. Y'all go ahead and check me out on Twitch. 3B streams. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. And yeah, man, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. You feel me? Be blessed. And we out of here, man. We out.